Like I feel like the Storm last week kind of one part, apologies, and the execution is the other, and we see Stabilize gonna do something that many players do versus Ogre with Primal. He's just gonna go and Wee, Celery and Watson, very like heads up about this play. Like if I expected it, I'm sure they did too, and they punish him.
Yep, he did get smacked quite a lot, only killing the range creep, not too bad. And Liquid are bringing in 3 heroes.
Yeah, this is very interesting. I assume the top lane is just like a good position and they want to punish this SF La1, and Ogre obviously doesn't have a single ability, but it's very, very odd, and Jakira is just going to leave.
Yeah, I'm glad he did, because that looked very, very bad for them, him just staying there, not doing anything. So we are going to have the 3 dragon heads on the top lane. How do you think Liquid does in this lane?
Hey, Doom Hoodwink, it's always like a lane to and a force to reckon with. I think there is a possibility for Gaimin to do very well in this lane, but again, DK, it's not so easy to pressure. Obviously, that's why he's one of the strongest carries in the meta. So I'll still give a slight edge to Ace and Tofu.
Okay, makes
maybe
sense.
Like 60-40, yeah.
Well, okay, that sounds reasonable. Mid lane, you already touched upon it, and Storm Spirit versus any melee hero really does well. You and me talked about a potential of there being a Huskar pick. Do you think that maybe would have been better for Gaming Gladiators?
I mean, yes and no, right? There's different heroes brings different problems and solutions. He would have a stronger laning phase, would probably like dominate the mid, but then in the game, maybe with SF, Doom, and Huskar, they felt too greedy with their lineup. So I personally would like it more, but I see why they would opt for something like Penguin.
Okay, makes sense, and they did get eliminated from the qualifiers a couple of days ago when they played the Huskars, so maybe they just don't have that much faith in the hero any longer. 0-0, no kills as of yet. Any particular lane we should keep our eyes on when where things are gonna get spicy?
I think we should keep an eye to this bottom lane, because Saberlight his chair is empty and he's doing okay in this lane, so that's very impressive.
Yeah, I saw that as well, right? I don't know how he's doing it. Quinn, in a little bit of trouble here. Nisha applying pressure. Nisha not very well known for dominating the mid lane, but definitely dominating the games. But right now, he's dominating the mid lane as well. That to me is scary.
I mean, this is the El Clasico, Nisha versus Quinn. You love to see it every single time, and it does bring excitement, always.
It might be different in this year, because this season, the first LAN, or actually the second LAN of the season is going to be without Gaming Gladiators. So who knows? Who knows? Maybe this El Clasico will fade, just as the Navi and the Alliance one did.
We'll see. Still pretty early in the season, but definitely Nisha versus Quinn. 4 stick charges for Quinn. The 4-minute rune coming in 20 seconds, and this is what's all gonna be about on mid lane. Like the supports, who rotates, who helps this secure this rune. And if Nisha gets like a free start, he's gonna dominate this game. But same goes for Quinn. Like if he gets a good rune, and now Tofu is making this annoying rotation, but it's only going to secure like a 50-50.
Nisha seems to know. It was called from the top lane. The wave shoving in, and there is no Hoodwink on the top lane, so a very clear idea of what's going on there. So he'll be fine. 4 minutes in, no kills as of yet. Everybody being very defensive at the moment. Blood Grenade being used. There's the stun as well. Boxy in a lot of trouble. Will get the disruption off. Saberlight going forward as well. Really not going to be doing that much. Usage of spells from Liquid, not the best. They definitely lose that trade.
And they kind of panicked there. They thought the Boxy might die, so they both use the abilities at the same time. So a little bit of a missed energy bottom, and SF is currently doing very well in this lane, which SF tends to do. And the top lane, there's going to be a go on Doom, but they might try to turn around. They have almost level 4 on Doom. He's holding the ability points, depending on what happens with his creep camps and the lane.
Interesting, because he did get the gluttony, so you would expect him to be eating creeps from the start. But for now, gonna be waiting for it. Meanwhile, we look at it. Nisha is winning the mid lane, but he's not crushing it by any means. So Queen definitely showing why his Pango is feared for so long.
I can't believe someone would pick Penguin 2024. I just had to say it.
Yeah, it's very weird. Very soon you're gonna be saying 2025 when we
can't wait.
Threshold.
Anyhow, 5:30. Quinn is going to have a level 6 before after this range creep, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong, but Nisha not far away. Support's coming very early.
Nisha just got it. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Celery, he did have the TP. They knew that he was coming. Now Watson is going to be in trouble underneath the tower. Boxy gets the kill. Clenching is their Saberlight. He does have the extra armor. Not enough, even with the uproar. He will be a return kill, but still a victory for Liquid.
Oh, the roll comes. Oh, who gets it? Nobody gets it. Shield is bottom.
Gaimin playing with us like always. Quinn will be getting it, should be getting it. Nisha TPing in. Let's
no
see.
way.
Lightning. He gets the shield rune now. Quinn has to use the shield crash to get it. He actually gets pulled down. Okay, it's good that Pango has 2 spells to do it, but with the onslaught coming forward, Bushwhack a little bit too early, and now Quinn is going to be taken out. Nisha getting his mana back. Tofu isn't going to be chased down. Just not enough resources on Liquid, but that was just perfectly played.
What a pull. He also gives the bottle to Saberlight teeping out after the kill and death on the SF bottom, so he gets refilled there. The Liquid is on fire today, man. With these little plays they do, they're just feeling themselves. I can feel the atmosphere in this team is like very, very good, and they're just enjoying playing the game right now.
Yep, and that's important. I mean, you won TI, then you changed your offlaner. And everybody was not sure how well they're going to be doing, because Saberlight and 33 completely different players, but they're doing really well.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the biggest improvement from Liquid, that they're finding a good spot for the Saberlight in terms of both gameplay and heroes. And there's going to be any TPs?
They're going. I don't know if you're saving this SF. Maybe with the Bushwhack, it's gonna be enough. Watson standing his ground will die. Mickey also getting in on the fray. Tofu just running through all of the creeps here. Just a little squirrel, and the creeps taking him out. Boxy just getting those kills.
Saberlight is fine.
Who got it, and Celery will be next on the menu. Mickey just tanking the tower. They have so many illusions because of the Shadow Demon. It's gonna allow them to just pressure all 3 of them and take them out. Liquid completely overtaking the early game.
Just a disaster. I mean, Liquid with these moves on the Quinn mid, like killing him once, making him use the TP back to the lane, just you remove this Pango from the early equation, and what's left to protect this SF? You know, the Doom is still not level 6, you TP in the Hoodwing, but with the double gate rotation, like Liquid just has too much, and now he's gonna even farm the stacks that were made for SF. Mika is, you know, when you see DK have this good of a start, it's just scary. He must be one of the fastest farming heroes in the game right now.
He has been for quite some time. Onto the high ground, Nisha goes.
Quinn is chasing.
Anything. They do have a Doom ready and gets pushed to the low ground. Nicely done. Ice Path to cover for him. Nisha tries to get away. They plant the tree, but they see him. So the Doom will get used. No longer available to deny. The hero that has it, this Pulverize of Saberlight, will at least get ace. So it is a 1-for-1 with Mickey running forward. Wants to get the stun with the TP out just in time. Celery, however, poor guy, will be left all alone. Quinn is there. Well, you're not really going to be trying to help your Ogre because he's gone as Quinn. Thinking about re-engaging, there will be an Ice Path. Maybe that was a bad decision, Queen. It was definitely a bad decision, as they're going to be coming in the Shield Crash, keeping him alive, maybe for a fraction of a second longer, as Liquid, again, are the ones that come out on top.
You're just outnumbering the Liquid showing synergy. You might have changed your offlaner, but the other players on the team are playing together for such a long time. They gotta keep the aggression up. Mika stuns, but the Bushwhack comes out with the Acorn shot, and Insania is gonna definitely die. Do they have anything for Mika? No, they're just gonna run away. So nice quick exchange there. Quick kill on the Jakiro. But what I was saying is, like, the other four, like people say, oh, it's a change of laner, TI captain gone, blah blah blah. But the other four players are playing like together for years, and the synergy is definitely there, and they keep proving it every single game. They're just team play and team synergy, just one of the best I ever saw. They're just playing so well together.
When they were back in Alliance, Koikwa was with them, right? It was Boxy, Insania, Mickey, and it was Koikwa. I don't remember
and
the
Taiga
offlaner back then. Yeah,
the Boxy was offlaner.
You're right, you're right. Mickey, however,
Mika
is in a lot of trouble. That's an arcane
TP coming in?
Thunder, so he's gonna have it very early on. The disruption is just buying some time. Jakiro coming out from the side. Mickey has no armlet. He has Mask of Madness. It's Boxy. Maybe next in the menu. 7-1 charges. They are chasing down on him. This is a little bit dangerous, especially with the rest of Liquid coming in close. There's the Storm getting in. Boxy still alive. The Infernal Blade not gonna be enough, but the Ignite will. So some fire will take him out.
Nisha
has the 1 charges in the very far. Ace is somehow still alive, but here comes El Saberlight though to trample Quinn into the ground, and it will be a 2-for-2, a big fight. In the end, it is an even trade.
Just as you thought that Gaimin is gonna get ahead, like 2 kills, but Liquid just brings 3 other heroes back and gets the 2-for-2 trade. They're just bringing the numbers in this early skirmishes. Just feels like they're always ready to fight, and that's very impressive.
Yep, everybody seems to be always ready. While this was happening, the SF was farming, so he does get to the top spot of the network chart, which is impressive. I mean, you mentioned the Dragonite being one of the, if not the fastest farmer currently in the meta, but the SF keeping up.
I'm not the biggest expert, but the DK went for the Mask of Madness before the armlet. I felt like people went for the other way around, but not gonna question Mika. As we see a 3-man smoke for the 12-man rune, very standard play. So let's see if the Quinn expects it. Saberlight is also gonna come in. Quinn
doesn't really expect all that much. He has his Rolling Thunder as he used it earlier with an Arcane Rune, but will get taken out. Celery slows down Saberlight. That doesn't mean that he will be able to live, though.
Doom is ready.
See that he will be enough. Doom will be used. Disruption going to be used onto the Doom himself, so that's going to be doing a ton of damage to El Saberlight, though. He's trying to get himself away. The support's covering for him, especially with the Ice Path, but here comes Watson. Finally, DSF will be making his presence known. The presence of the Dark Lord takes you down. The 2 supports, they follow El Saberlight though, and they go down as well.
Well, that's a big commitment from the Primal. Kind of baits 2 supports in, and it's going to be 3 dead people. They thought that getting the Queen down, like they thought, and getting the Power Rune, but unfortunately it was only Invis, and Storm couldn't contribute much without resources left. So this is something we didn't see in the series against Nigma. Maybe Nigma is a little bit of a lower opponent that was not so good at punishing the Liquid, but that's what they were good last game with, not overcommitting. This time around, basically feeding 3 kills to Gaimin.
Yes, the Mickey is going for a completely different build. He's going for a Mask of Madness Crystallis, no armlet at all. Does he think that he's not going to be able to toggle in this game?
Makes a lot of sense. Like when you play against like Ancient Apparition or Doom, like you tend to just keep the armlet and choose another build, and he's just adapting.
Makes sense. Mickey was always innovative with his item choices, anyways. So it's not that surprising. Let's see. Liquid with a smoke towards the top lane. There's no Doom for 47. Every other spell in the game is available. Mickey showing himself, and that's a red flag. GG are out.
They still can make it in time for the Wisdom Rune. This could be very dangerous for Liquid too, but they're just gonna bring 5 heroes. Response is coming.
It's gonna be good enough. That is a tanky hero. Very nice Ice Path. And the Macro Pyre are gonna be going through so much damage if you want to do it. They have stolen the Wisdom Rune. Maybe that's enough. Ace still somehow alive. He has 1 stack on him. It's not gonna be enough damage. Rolling Thunder in the back lines. And they will be getting the Jakiro. Very nice Macro Pyre earlier, but he'll still be going down. Dodge onto the Sharpshooter. Not enough to survive. Anyways, Watson coming over and getting a double kill. Wisdom Rune for 2 kills. I'd still say Gaming Gladiators are happy with that.
Definitely it favors the Gaming Gladiators, and that Seeds of Serenity is basically saving the Doom life. Like every little thing matters in these engagements, and Watson just kind of cleaning house 2 times in a row. Level 12 already at minute 15. BKB next on the menu. He's getting out of control in this game.
He's so strong. I mean, ahead of the Dragonite. We don't see it too often. And this is not an Armlet Dragonite. This is an Mask of Madness Dragonite. So he should be farming even faster. And he just cannot keep up.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Insania? Cannot tell if it's Dire or Radiant Ward. I would assume it's a Dire Ward that
his.
he's standing on.
Yeah. It would be very weird if he didn't have a ward there and was standing like that. Ice Path, Onslaught, Pulverize is ready. They have a Doom as well, will be used after the...
Watson? Oh my god. What the hell?
Blade Mail was gone. Yeah, he's too strong.
Oh, but Quinn?
He is gonna get Demonically Purged, so no longer has the haste, no Rolling Thunder, and very soon no life. He cannot even use the Shield Crash. The Demonic Purge is really a problem for Pango.
And this is weird, like, okay, they took this fight where they just lost 2 heroes straight up, but they still have this ward. So, like, after the fight's end, Quinn is like, this hill is definitely no warded. There's no way they feed like this with the ward here, but he actually he's wrong, and he pays with his life. But Watson definitely gonna walk into Rush with 4 stacks on the help me out on the lasting presence. This is one of the most annoying facets in the game, definitely right now.
If you're asking for help, then let me sound smart. Like, what the hell are you doing?
I just remembered. I can remember.
Okay, if you can. Okay, if you can.
Thank you.
Pango does have a Diffusal Blade, the problem for the Storm. Mickey, aggressive positioning. He's going for an SNY now. Already the Yasha is being delivered. But things looking solid for GG now, having the Aegis on the SF. Is it time to pressure the mid lane a bit? Oh, Quinn again. Macro Pyre, Ice Path, damage output, more than enough.
I guess that's why they picked the Chikiro. It's just so much damage coming through it. Like, you don't usually see, like, when you have a Storm, like a follow-up damage from position 5, but with this build on Jakiro, like with the Ice Path, he just brings everything you need. Like, the additional disable plus the damage just look perfect synergy between these 2 heroes. Backing your question, I think still not time to go for towers. After he gets BKB, probably can look for the tier 1 mid, but it will definitely depend on the small skirmishes. They're gonna continue happening here.
I mean, he's a 1,000 gold away from his BKB, so he's gonna be doing it.
Bottom Shadow Demon.
100%.
That's gonna be a freebie. SF peeping in for the lasting presence. Nice, easy, thank you.
Oh, that's very nice, very nice. And Storm with the regen rune around the mid lane. You did TP your SF to the bottom lane, so now your mid lane tower is gonna be taking a decent amount of damage.
It box it perfectly. It circles around every single hero on the side of gaming. They were spotted on the board and mid lane, Tofu.
Radiant's top tower is under
Nisha is fine. He's gonna be finding an AD rune, so next fight gonna be a problem. We have nothing to purge it off.
From region to AD. The life just keeps giving. He's gonna finish the Sanj and Kaya. Does he have a shard? Yeah, of course. He has shard, Sanj and Kaya, and the AD rune. This could be a very good time for Liquid to smoke.
Let's see if they're going to be doing it even into an Aegis. If you have a good position, it really won't matter that much. But for another 2.5 minutes, Watson will have his double life. For now, both of the teams are dodging each other. Very close game, 13-13 in kills. 1k goal lead for Gaimin Gladiators at the moment, but double BKB on GG. That's a huge deal.
Definitely a very good timing, and the level 15 on the SF. Maybe my favorite talent of all game, like this lasting presence working on the buildings. It just makes the buildings melt in a second, and he's gonna take the tier 2 tower.
Really? Like
Liquid.
double Wukong's command or
Nah, man. I just you can have your own favorite talent. That's mine. Just leave me be.
Okay. Okay, I'm sorry.
SNY finished on DK2. Very nice item against the Doom and the chain disables that Gaimin has. So first, we'll see the gaming smoke. So they want to use these Aegis. They want to cross the map.
Radiant are scanning.
Day time coming in 10 seconds, so a very, very good time to smoke. Liquid's gonna be aware of it and probably dodge it with every single hero.
And even with an 80 rune, they don't want to fight. I mean, understanding there's still an Aegis for another minute. You have this buff SF with a Doom who has a BKB as well. It's not a good time to fight. But when is a good time to fight for Liquid? Is there a certain item? Is there a certain timing, a certain positioning that they're waiting for maybe?
It's mostly about position, definitely about items too. But the position is what matters. They want to fight on their conditions where they have like a protection of a ward or a tower, so their supports can chill. Because if they just run into open field,
Let's see, Sharpshooter, Bushwhack. These two heroes are not the greatest in terms of damage. And Nisha just goes forward, TP out, will be fine.
Nice try, but even nicer escape from Nisha. So, as I was saying, they just open field fights against this SF with Aegis is just very hard to deal with. Like, you have two options: focus him down or ignore him. If you focus him, Box is gonna get found. It should be a freebie, but Box is gonna fight back.
He's turning around and fighting all of them. Yeah, just let it go.
1 versus 5. It's not gonna work.
They didn't call his bluff. They didn't call his bluff immediately. They got scared there for a second.
I mean, the Fox is a crazy player in every positive meaning of the word, and like he can do crazy stuff. So you always take
You keep insulting these position 4s and then saying that those insults are actually positive. So I'm not sure I'm gonna.
Yeah, I mean,
trusting you on that.
That's how sometimes the best compliment is like coming from like from that position. So. I think as long as you mean no harm, it's fine to do that. And Insania is getting caught. Can get Sharpshooter
there.
Should be enough, but they want more. Saberlight has ulti.
Gonna be using the Pulverize. Ace should be fine here, and that's a 9-second BKB just down the drain, rolling Thunder Quinn. He knows that it's gonna be expiring, and he's going for it. Saberlight, he's trying to whip himself faster, and he's not gonna be allowed to leave at all. There's a blink from Quinn, just continuing to stun.
But Mike?
Anyways, Mana Storm getting in, and they're gonna be dooming him immediately. This time around, the damage open for the Storm, it might be enough. The disruption is there. It is not enough just yet, and Mike standing his ground, getting Quinn down as well. The Doom is gonna be expiring soon, and Liquid, they feel like this is their moment. You talked about positioning. Onto the high ground, though, GG go. That is where they're gonna be safe.
Oh, Gaimin needs to be more careful. Yes, they get 1 kill and no BKB on Primal, but choosing their targets, the priority needs to be better. This Primal is a big tanky boy, but he doesn't bring the damage. Is the Storm and the DK with the saves from Boxy. If they ignore this DK with the Massive Madness Shard, SNY, Crystal, he's gonna be demolishing them.
He's a monster on McKay. But the SF is still ahead of him, and SF is buffed up by the Bloodlust. That's something that we really have to keep in mind when it comes to the later portions of the game. Watson will be killing everybody, and his Daedalus is coming in just 200 gold.
It's all about position. Which damage dealer gets to hit like a truck? Will it be SF? Will it be DK? Rosh potentially coming in 40 seconds. Both teams are probably gonna assume it's gonna be on the top side, so we'll see who switches map first.
The moment
Liquid with a smoke.
Established dominant, smoke breaks in the worst possible moment. Tofu, I don't know if that was intentional, but either way, just saves his own life and the rest of his teams as well.
They're gonna TP in. The ward dies, and they're on top of the dire ward. This is scary for Gaimin.
They're just going in like madmen. Tofu has the force staff to get to the low ground. Celery a bit too deep, gonna get pulled back. Rolling Thunder Quinn, he bounces off a cliff. So Mickey now pops the BKB. Watson getting gone on the low ground, does absolutely nothing. SF versus Dragonite, that didn't look like it was that nice for the SF.
Wow, very weird choose of a fight for the Gaimin, like bringing all TPs into this vision of the Liquid. Liquid will happily take it, and BKB or not, if this DK gets to shoot on top, There's gonna be a Doom. Do they get this? Nisha, he has BKB. He's gonna have Disruption. But
There it is.
will it be
He's
enough?
still dead. Oh, let's see. Pavis on him. That's not gonna help. You need something to stop you from the pure damage. Will get
Last
taken
pick.
out in the end. Ace still alive. Will get forced out by Tofu as Onslaught forward. Saberlight will not be stopped, but either way, they didn't have to. Gaming Gladiators, they get themselves enough distance, but in the end, they lose the tower.
Very nice pick by Gaimin. Right after, they take a page out of Liquid book. Even though that you lost the team fight, you still can use your abilities to get the quick pick. Storm dead. And now they can position for the rush. It's coming up in 1 minute, but yeah, I mean, that was a big throw.
For sure, for sure. Still, win probability close to 50%. There's going to be a pause. Hopefully everything is going to be fine. It is an online tournament, so we can assume that everybody's internet should be working properly. Hoping it does. No info as of yet on what's going on. So, Milan, you were a pro player. Did you have 2 internet providers to always have the extra internet if something goes bad?
No, back in the day, I just had my brother house provider, so he lived close by. So if I ever had a trouble, I would just go to him. As we see on replay, the Mike was just cleaning house, man. This DK, if he doesn't get doomed, he's gonna be unstoppable. That's about it.
And even if you doom him, I mean, his damage output is still gonna be sick.
At least he's not gonna be healing from like random stuff like Mask of Madness and this Shared Demon Shard, Demonic Cleanse. Yep.
Demonic Cleanse is a big deal for sure. You have an Atos on the other side. It really helps versus that. The Infernal Blade as well. Lucky Shot.
Yeah, even something like Lucky Shot, Dispel is just very nice because like the minus armor, it adds up, whatnot. It's just one of the better shards in the game, man. A very sneaky board by Insania.
Talk to me about this Doom item. SNY Doom. You don't see that too often.
It's just a more classic, right? It's just SNY is the most popular item in the patch, and like he buys that or Kaya Yasha, but anyhow, you just buy this item. You don't think about it too much, and they're gonna wait on the ward. We'll see if Gaming gets surprised by it. See Ogre come in, D ward. It's very surprised Insania was able to get it there, and
let's see.
DK Teep is in. Look at the Hoodwink. He's gonna get really good vision up here. And Watson, we talked about this minus armor from the lucky shot, and this is gonna be a fast rush.
He did roar, Liquid knows, but them knowing and being able to do something about it, that's a completely different thing. Watson has shown that it is definitely the fastest one to click. Let's see, there's the ulti, but Saberlight, he clicks faster. He's gonna be dying immediately after Nisha. Finding the Doom, the Glimmer Cape is there, but they found the SF. That is the main one. Without the egg, it's gonna be taken out. They doomed the Shadow Demon. Nobody cares, even if he dies. And he's just getting so many of those illusions before he does. 2, 3 heroes of Gaming Gladiators are gone. It might be even more. Tofu and Quinn, they'll be getting themselves out, but a huge victory for Liquid.
I mean, what a quick fingers by Saberlight. Like, it's just about a pure skill there. Who gets the Sages, and him getting it over SF is just a whole deal breaker. Yes, you doom the Shadow Demon, maybe you can doom this DK, but then he'll get saved by Shadow Demon. It just seems like Liquid has too many solutions for whatever game can offer in this game.
Oh, they found Quinn. No. The Storm is there on top of him. We're not even going to be looking. That's going to be the 4th casualty right after the Roche did die. Tier 2 on the top lane. Gone as well. Liquid getting everything.
They're just... The game is spiraling out of control. Like, just Liquid winning the most important fight in Dota for the last few years, I would say. It's the second rush fight. I feel like whoever gets on top of this exchange like wins like 9 out of 10 games at least.
Yeah, I think it's like that as well. Maybe we're overestimating it, but it's definitely over like 60, 70. Who knows? Maybe somebody gives us the exact stats in competitive gameplay, but definitely the most important objective in Dota is that second ocean. Now, Liquid are looking to take the last outer tower. Maybe won't be going for it just yet.
No reason to rush things. They just choose their fights. They don't have the Aegis advantage, but they have the map control. They have the game on Insania. It's gonna be dewarding all of the gaming vision. Mid lane, they're gonna use the roll.
But they blink forward. Oh, what a play. Mickey wants to go forward there. Pops the BKB. It's a little bit dangerous, but maybe with the storm coming in. That fire shield protecting the duel for now, but not for long. Nisha, the damage output with the shard is insane. Quinn trying to get himself away with the swashbuckler, and they found the SF as well. The follow-up stun from the Dragonade. They're just overwhelming GG right now, and there will be an ice path perfectly placed on the high ground, showing them the last survivor of GG, but not any longer. Liquid. They destroyed that team fight, and now they're destroying the enemy base as well.
There's this odd synergy from Gaimin. Like they tried to take this fight, but they were coming one by one, and Doom doesn't come out, and Mika, every second he gets to hit, your hopes of winning this game are just melting. And like he was uncontested this fight, get crested, get demonic class, get drums. Like he just this DK, get it out of my screen. He's just too strong.
It was so dumb. They wanted to go for it. Like, he used the disruption. Now we're gonna catch him off guard. Ha! And then he blinks forward and just kills them all. Beautiful play.
He's just a first pick hero. That's 4-1 and 13. Highest net worth of all by far. He's just doing whatever he wants.
And it doesn't look like he's gonna stop. Gaming Gladiators, they are looking kind of lost at the moment. Of course, even if they lose the series, there's still a best of 3 that they're gonna be playing versus the winner of Nigma versus Secret. So, but of course, you would like to go into the playoffs immediately here. It doesn't look like it's happening for Gaming Gladiators.
Our dear 1-win series tournament is not very forgiving. Like, you lose that next series, you're just straight up out. No hopes for playoff for you, so... But it's still not 100% over. It is 96% over, as Gaimin will say. So still a chance for Gaimin.
Sure, yeah, but still Liquid would also have to be making some mistakes. And right now, they're looking to put the nail in the coffin. Hello, Tofu. Goodbye, Tofu. He does have a buyback if need be. Finding the Doom as well. There will be a demonic purge, and they want him dead with the pulverize. Your SNY will not help you. Buyback a bit too late. Not saving his buddy is a huge deal. Dragonite going forward. He just doesn't care. Tier 4s are going for him. Will pop the BKB to stop the Requiem. Sharpshooter in the backlines. Shadow Demon taking some damage from it. Not enough for his life to be threatened, and immediately onto the tier 4s. Liquid, maybe that's too deep. The top lane is just a safer choice.
Now the Lincoln is already online. There's so many new problems came for Gaimin from Liquid, and not like the previous problems were not big enough, so they're just gonna continue to push. Satanic ready, Blink Dagger on DK ready, Boxy, that's a little bit too far, my friend. He's gonna die.
I mean, look at the SF. Watson without the BKB is just literally gonna get demolished by Nisha, easily taken out. Quinn, on the other hand, does not have a buyback, and that's gonna be mega creeps. GG, still not calling it, but it does look kind of over. Okay, there
Even
it
a
is.
buyback on SF, and they're just gonna call it. I mean,